why is functional programming so great? We just learned a bunch of terms. Everything kind of looks like math, but why are people so excited about this? In the next video, we're going to go over the Amazon exercise, and hopefully what we've learned up until now will all come together. But the idea with functional programming is this idea of separation of data and functions, or data and the effects that happen on that data. Kind of like this pipe. We have a piece of data that we put through this pipe, and whatever happens through the pipe, these transformation, something gets outputted. If you try to perform effects and logic at the same time, the problem is that you may create hidden side effects, which cause a lot of bugs. If multiple things in your program handle some piece of data at the same time, well, that gets really complicated, and it can cause many problems. So the idea in functional programming of keeping functions small and pure and composable, doing one thing at a time and doing it well, this idea of immutability, the idea that functions that take inputs and return outputs so that it can be used with other functions. It allows us to have a predictable program where it minimizes bugs because everything is so simple. And as long as we are able to combine these small little functions together, we're able to create really complex programs, these small little pieces that eventually build something like a pyramid, something great. It doesn't mean that functional programming is the answer to everything. Yes, because of its nature, it works really well with distributed systems that have different little machines all over the world working with each other. Or parallelism, where multiple things have to happen in parallel. But because these functions are pure, it doesn't cause strange bugs. But at the same time, it all depends on the problem you have. There are times when object-oriented programming might be better. You're building a fairy tale game and you have clear objects, characters in the game that have some sort of state and that can interact with that state, and others can interact with them as well. Or you have something like an Amazon shopping cart where there's a clear data that needs to get processed. So using everything that we've learned up until now, let's go back to the exercise that I showed you at the very beginning of this section and see if we can apply some of these principles to our answer. Ready? Let's get started.